The 45 needed. What stood out to you so far in these first 2 days?
Well, really, how fast it's actually going, because when you consider how many jurors they're sifting through to be able to find those 12, prize jurors. And of course, there's several more they have to select so that they can go through the strike process. But it actually is moving really quite quickly. The other thing is that I was surprised about, but not really totally surprised, is that there's so much emphasis on, of course, the sexual assault. So I think that's going to really be a big player, because they're looking for those that have had any sort of triggers or trauma in their past, or have experienced any sort of sexual assault. And really, when you kind of look at the statistics of that, how often women have been assaulted, it's just alarming.
Yeah, it's astounding. And also, questioning them about seeing the video of him and Cassie in that hotel. Walk me through, Susan, how some of these jurors have gotten the green light to move forward. Because on day one, somebody was dismissed for calling the Cassie Ventura video damning. But then yesterday, juror number 240 was allowed to stay after saying he had seen the video. And he said, quote, "I can't unring the bell." How are those descriptions any different?
Well, the way I look at that is someone that's going to come back and be backstruck. So I think that that's kind of a placeholder, and not to really show bias. So I probably allowed the juror to be on it, knowing that the defense is going to come back and strike him anyway. So that's what I think. I think it's just a part of what we call stacking the deck, just getting jurors on. They can deselect those dangerous jurors.
Yeah, once they get to the magic number 45. Okay, I see what you're saying there. I asked one of our legal contributors this yesterday, but I wanted your take on it too. At one point this week, Diddy asked the judge for a bathroom break, saying, "I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today." As a body language, human behavior expert, how did you read that moment?
He wanted to take time away because he was overwhelmed. I mean, obviously overwhelmed because of the stress of it. And what I've noticed and what I've read, of course, we're not actually seeing what's going on, but just basically what's being in the press, is that he's connecting with some of those jurors. So he's smiling, he's making good eye contact. And I think all of that, keeping that game on for a long time, becomes stressful. So it's a way for him to break away, decompress, so he can come back again stronger.
Yeah. And then lastly, opening statements are scheduled for Monday. What are both legal teams really thinking about right now as they prepare to make their first impressions?
Are you talking about the attorney's first impression themselves?
Yes, when they deliver opening statements come Monday.
Yeah. So the first thing that they should do is they really should work on a powerful opening statement, bold, powerful. Because, first impressions are a lasting impression. Juries are won and lost or cases are won and lost just in the opening statement. So really paying attention to that video, the domestic violence, this lifestyle that Diddy was living, to sex trafficking. I mean, I think I would be laying it out really strong. And then of course, if you're the defense, you're going to diffuse it. You're going to say, I'm scared. They're skeptical, law enforcement can't be trusted because they do this often, they raided him, improperly, and kind of breaking down what they did wrong. So I think that really starting strong at the very beginning is a really strong first impression. Yeah, that never goes away.
Yeah, you don't get any redos when it comes to opening statements. Susan Constantine, thank you for hopping back on with me once again this week. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Talk to you again soon, ma'am.